Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. How pathetic can some people be?
I was behind this really, really old guy at the ATM. I don't know what it is about old people and technology, but it's just, they don't mix. It was like 10 minutes of, oh boy, here we go. Let's see here. Okay. I want to withdraw cash, so I have to touch where it says withdraw cash. Okay. I'm back to main menu. Oh boy. Here we go again. Could everyone please turn around? I have to put my secret security code in. So please close your eyes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm back to main menu. This thing's broken. I think when you get older, when we're 80, there'll be like a computer chip you put in your brain, and you just have to think about what you have to do, and then it'll just happen, and you still won't get it. Like, how do I turn the TV on? You just think about turning the TV on, Grandpa, and it goes on. Oh, okay. Grandpa, the coffee maker just went on. Were you thinking about coffee, Grandpa? Yeah, I like coffee. Well, think about the TV, okay? Oh, okay. Grandpa, you just sent me a fax that says you pooped your pants. Are you okay?
Dumbass of the day. 93.3 KZOC.
Got to take care of the elderly. Take care of our grandma and grandpas. If you have them, you're lucky, right? Unless maybe you're this woman who got naked photos of her grandmother. Girl looked at her phone. Was this on TikTok or did she text? She must have texted. She texted she picked up her phone and she got a text from her grandma. She opened it up. It was naked photos of her grandma. Well, how could this happen, you might ask? How could this happen?
Raven, this is your grandmother. I apologize so much. I sent you pictures. I pushed your name by mistake. I meant to send it to my friend, Brian Allen. Please delete that picture from your group. Please, Grandma, baby. Grandma, when I looked up at my thing and I seen that, I felt so bad. I was sending it to Brian Allen, but you know your grandmother don't.
I could never have the same relationship with my grandma after that happens. Ever.
I'm just listening to that voice.
Raven, this is your grandmother.
And I'm like, boy, how much gravity is taken over in this poor lady's body.
Dude, what's your grandma getting out there, though?
Yeah, right?
No,
I mean, she's out there. She's selling it, man.
And I understand that, okay?
She is selling it. Gravity and all.
I feel so bad for this. Was it a girl or a guy?
It was a girl. It was a girl.
Well, that's a little bit better.
Yeah.
If it was
spread the love.
If it was a guy,
you think she was posing or just standing there? You think there was a sexual pose that she was trying to send to her friend Brian?
I sent you pictures. I pushed your name by mistake. I meant to send it to my friend Brian Allen.
Yeah, Brian.
I love how she says his last name.
So you know he's a sick F
because
too.
I am looking up all the Brian Allens that I can find on Facebook right now to try to figure out who it is.
Oh my God. The fact that she shared this apology on TikTok is fantastic. I'm starting to love TikTok. I don't even know anything about it. I don't have TikTok. I've heard that. Do you use TikTok, Cameron?
No.
Oh, okay. But I've heard you can learn how to do things on TikTok.
Learn how to do what?
You know, it's kind of like taking Pinterest and there's how-to videos, but it's a video instead of just being directions on Pinterest. I don't know. I've heard there's all kinds of great ways that TikTok is used. It's not just for, young people to communicate or old people to send naked photos of themselves to their grandkids.
I still think it's great. I don't think anyone is the dumbass here. If anything, that is the coolest grandma I've ever heard of.
No, I just feel bad for Brian, not for Brian, but for the
Mimi Bay.
Mimi, because Mimi is always going to have this thought of her grandma. Nobody ever thinks of their grandma.
Raven, this is your grandmother. I apologize so much. I sent you pictures. I pushed your name by mistake. I meant to send it to my friend Brian.
Do you think Brian Allen, it's the same Brian Allen that's the center for the Los Angeles Rams?
Yeah, I'm thinking probably not. Probably not the same one.
Is it the news anchor at the Dakota News Now at KSFY?
Oh, yeah, this did happen in Dakota. Is it north or south? North? South, I mean.
Are you serious?
I'm kidding.
Okay, because that would have been funny. Because there's not that many people, even though it's a very common name, there's not that many people who live in the northern reaches of the Midwest like that. Yeah. So it would be very possible. A lot of Brian Allens, unfortunately. Man, why couldn't the name have been more dialed in?
I feel bad doing it, giving it to Grandma Mimi Bay, is what we're going to call her. Because, it took a lot of guts to stand up and take a naked photo of yourself. And then just knowing how to use a cell phone. My mother, 66 years old, she's coming around. But when she was 60, she had no idea how to use a cell phone. So I got to give her some credit there. But she's got to be more careful.
When people say they don't know how to use a cell phone, do you think that they do and they just don't want to bother with it?
I think that's some of it.
Because it's pretty easy. I mean, the cell phone pretty much forces you to use it.
Yeah, I think that's part of it for sure. They want to play dumb so they don't have to participate.
Yes.
I get all that.
And that's fine. You respect the grandmother in this instance, Cameron. I respect the person that's like looking at their phone and says, I don't know how to do this, and sets it down because I'm like, hey, you keep fighting the good fight, my friend.
See, I'm super lucky. My grandma used to work at the IRS, so she hardly ever needs help with her computer.
Oh, yeah. You are lucky.
Congratulations, Grandma Mimi Bay. You are Jeff and Jeremy's
Dumbass of the Day. 93.3 KZOZ.
Don't be a dummy when it comes to your landscape supplies. Go to Peterson U-Cart on Augusta Road, just north of Quickie Car Wash in Atascadero.
We load, U-Cart, you save.
From 5 to 7, if you see a number come up that maybe you don't recognize. But also, you don't need to wait for us to call you. We would love for you to call us. You can call me directly at 805-994-5421, or you could just go right to our website, which is supportarroyogrande.org.
And this is very great for the community because, you guys have already done so much the growth of the hospital over the past decade has been great for the community, and it's a growing community, and you need medical facilities in an area that is as populous as the 5 cities, and the improvements there are great, but it's because of things like this, right?
That's right. And thank you for bringing that up. Actually, this last year, we just completed our $6.5 million legacy campaign, and our first annual Callathon last year helped us wrap that campaign up. So our friend Henry Myers did the same thing for us last year, and we were able to fully match that $100,000 and wrapped up our legacy campaign, which enabled us to make upgrades to our campus, such as we doubled the size of our emergency department. And as you can imagine, for this year, that was incredibly important and valuable to have that extra space.
Yeah. It really is a nice little community hospital. Jeff's been a resident there.
Got pneumonia a decade ago.
It was a while back, but hey, you saved him, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's still here, so that's really
but
good.
I swear, every time I drive by it, I'm like, why couldn't I have gotten pneumonia right now?
Once again, the best way for people to find out more if they want to give, if somebody wants to match Henry, right? Mr.
Right.
Kontiki, if they want to jump up and say, you know what, we're going to do our part, we're going to match this, how do they get a hold of you? I know you'll be calling out tomorrow, but what's another way to get a hold of you guys?
To call me directly at 805-994-5421 or on our website, which is supportarroyogrande.org.
Do you guys have to, because Henry's been so gracious in these last, this year's campaign and last year's campaign, do you have to name something after him at the hospital?
Well, we would definitely do that. We would be happy to put Henry's name on anything almost that he desired. So he's really not somebody that necessarily wants that kind of recognition, but we would definitely be happy to do that.
What does $100 get me? Maybe a drinking fountain, a trash can.
Well, we could come up with something really great, I'm sure.
That's more of my budget. It's around $100. Okay.
A door handle.
Yeah, there you go.
A hinge on a door.
All right, Montisa. Well, once again, the phone number 805-994-5421 or go to supportarroyalgrande.org. Good luck to you guys.
Thank you so much.
The average person will spend $300 on gifts this year.
Oh, yeah, but they will also spend, hold on a second, I saw something. They're going to spend $359 on toilet paper. So actually, and other supplies, yeast and everything that everybody's hunkering down with. I don't know if you went to any grocery stores over the weekend. You probably tried to avoid them, and that was wise if you did.
Yeah. I don't even go to Costco anymore. I'm doing everything online if I can.
These people that went out and spent $359 on toilet paper and canned food and hand sanitizer and cleaning supplies. God, I wish I would have owned a bleach company in early 2019 because they're doing just fine. Water.
Cleaning supplies. Those, you know, who's killing it is Clorox. They do those little disinfectant wipes. You know,
I know. They can't even keep them on the shelf.
Oh, God. I should have invested in Clorox.
It's so crazy. Anyways, yeah, but when we went out and we bought all these things back in March when it happened, guess how much we spent?
On paper towels?
On all that stuff.
On all that stuff.
So in November, in the first week of November, $359 was spent on that stuff, on the anticipation of per person.
Yeah, that it's going to run out. That people are hoarding.
People are stockpiling. So the hoarders that went out and spent the money, they were spending $359. How much do you think they spent in March?
59.
Wow.
Oh, is this before the pandemic or after it started?
When the pandemic started. Like when there was that surge.
Oh, I'm sure until it ran out. Yeah, probably about the same, right?
No, 178.
Oh, really? So we're spending more now. Like because they know about the
double.
The hoarders. Interesting.
It's about to get real. It's about to get real up in this. You know what I mean, dog?
Well, I mean, this is all fake news to me. I swear.
I don't think you've ever gotten real in your life, Jeff.
You know when I say, you know what I mean, dog, that I'm being real.
Yeah,
okay?
You're definitely being focused and real.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like, it's so funny with everything going on. And
credit card companies, too. More than a quarter of Americans have taken on credit card debt for pandemic-related supplies. So not only are they spending $359, but they're paying 18% on top of the $359.
The cheapest way to disinfect stuff is to go buy some bleach, get a bucket and some rags, and just because you only need a cap full to go into like a bucket. Really and literally, that's your best option.
Do you guys like the smell of bleach?
I like the taste.
Are you one of these people? Because I am too. Are you being serious?
Is that what meth tastes like?
Is this a joke? Is this a joke?
This is a joke. Wait, are you serious?
Yes. So I don't like Sprite. I don't like Sprite. I mean, it's not that I don't like it. I could go either way with it. It's fine. It's a soda. But when it comes to getting it out of the fountain, I love it because the bleach that they use to clean the lines.
Just bleach water.
Yeah. That they use to clean the lines. The fountain
you
drink.
think you can still taste it?
I can still taste it in Sprite. Only Sprite, not any other soda, just Sprite. And it really
sounds so gross.
It really accents the flavor of the lemon lime in the Sprite and tastes so much better because you feel like you're kind of cleaning your body.
Well, I mean, when I think of bleach, I think of chlorine, and it reminds me of going to a pool, and I like that. Mm-hmm. But I also worked at a restaurant, and we used to use bleach water to clean everything, and I'd get it on my fingers, and I can't stand that smell. And nothing takes it off. I mean, I don't care. You could tell me lemons. I've done that. I've done diesel. I put my hands in diesel because that's supposed to take it off. That doesn't work. You never quite get away. It takes a couple of days for it to go away when it's under your nails.
Have you ever been on vacation and then you have time to do it on vacation, but you want to do other things on vacation? and just not taking a shower at all on vacation because you spent so much time in the swimming pool or a hot tub?
Yeah, I call it a pool shower.
Yeah.
When I go to my parents' house during the summer, my wife's like, have you showered this weekend?
No,
I'm like, no. I've been in the pool all weekend. The hell? That's going to kill everything. She goes, you're so gross.
So,
get away
you guys drink bleach, don't take showers.
I'm a big believer
What
in
are other
bleach.
things you guys do?
No, I don't drink bleach. Nobody drinks bleach, right? He just likes the taste of it.
I like the taste
which
of
I think
it
it's
in the
just
Sprite. It's odd. It's odd. So when you said you did that, I was like, whoa, there's somebody else that does this? Because whenever I tell anybody that I like that, they look at me like I'm crazy.
You know what smell I like those when you go to a cheap hotel and they have the Ozonator in
Yes, they don't do that anymore because you can't smoke inside anywhere. But I know
that's
what you're
not true. I went. Well, it was a hillbilly hotel, like motel. Like you park in front of the room. It was a hunting and fishing type place up in the northern reaches of Washington State, along the Columbia River there on Lake Roosevelt. And we stayed in this little town called Kettle Falls. And we walked in this room. They're like, "Yeah, we just pulled the Ozonator out of there." Oh my God, we had to have the windows open. It's like, I like that smell, but not right when that thing comes out. It was like,
it's strong.
Wow, it is a weird smell.
Yeah,
but for some reason, I do like it.
This job, that was my job. I know exactly what you're talking about.
What's that thing look like? Is it
it's a brown?
Like
well, granted, I did it in '93, and I worked at the mini rate.
I'm pretty sure they were using a 93 at this place. But there was earwigs in the bed.
But the thing is, in '93, at the mini rate motel and airport parking. They were using
that. Sounds like a hooker's getting killed there.
They used to set up shops. The police department used to do stings right in front of our
because they'd rent them by the hour.
Our motel, and then they take them in, and then they had the sting going on in one of our motel rooms. It was terrible.
And then after the whatever, Jeff would have to go in there and use the Ozonator to clean it up.
Well, no,
gross.
So what I would, yeah, I mean, but that's when people would stake. So we had what are those called? Long-term rates. We had weekly rates.
Oh, okay.
We had weekly rates. And so sometimes the people would smoke because in '93 you could smoke in a hotel room, but our Ozonator was like from 1975, so it was this big brown and beige box because everything in the '70s was brown and beige, right?
Sure.
This big brown and beige box that was heavy and had a huge cord that you plugged into the wall,
okay,
and it was like yay big.
Was it have like a fan in it that pushes something out?
It had a hole. It just had a hole in it that had a vent, and I don't know what was going on inside this box.
Because you're not supposed to be in there when it's on, right?
Yeah, you would take it, and my job was to take it into the room, plug it in, and then leave it in there for 8 hours, and then go at the end of my shift, and then take it out, and then bring it back down to the thing, and then they would assess the room for smoke smell in the morning. And see if they could rent it out for the day.
So when you turned it on, was there a sound? Was a motor run inside and it pushes a fan that pushes this stuff out into the room? Is that what it is? Is it kind of like a fog you can't see or something? Is that how the Ozonator works? I've never understood.
No, it's just a strong smell. I mean, it must have been some kind of deodorizer /
Do you ever put liquid in this machine?
No, see, that was not my job. Because I would go after high school, after being in school for the day.
Right, so you can't really tell us anything about it.
Well, I don't know.
Except for it was brown and beige
because
and big box.
the maid staff would take care of all that stuff. Because my job was to drive.
I bet you I could find it on YouTube.
The van to the airport.
I've just always been curious how this Ozonator works. Is it a chemical?
I just don't think it's around that much anymore. I mean,
I know. I was surprised. I was like, wow, I haven't smelled this in a while. And and you've smelled that smell when you've gone into motels or hotels before in your room, and it has just kind of this. I can't explain it. It's almost like a bleach type smell, but different. It doesn't smell like bleach.
It smells like
a unique smell. And
they did everything they possibly could to sanitize a room that has been smoked in.
Subscribe to the Jeff and Jeremy podcast now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, and YouTube. It's your Central Coast commute-friendly podcast.